Hey everybody, this is Chris and Carol Green with you again. So glad to have you guys come in and joining in with us on the podcast. We are quite excited about what's happening with us right now. We have been releasing what we call legacy songs. We took the whole summer of 2025 and we released over 80 songs. So how in the world can you do that? Well, we did that by using artificial intelligence and AI music platform, and we were able to take songs that we have written 20, 25, 30 years ago, some as recent as 10 years ago, but we took those original recordings and we were able to upload them to artificial intelligence music platform and refresh and renew and enhance those old songs and bring them back and bring them up to date. Some of them we kept them in the original genre, even in the original style. So it may seem like people that's really old school, but we are old school. We've been married almost 45 years, and we have 3 sons. 2 are married, and we have 2 grandchildren. So we've been at this for a long time. Not only the writing, but we've been at it with life. But so the summer of 2025, we took that opportunity to release legacy songs, and we divided up those 80 songs over 5 albums, and each album has a particular theme. Each album has a particular name and a theme. The first album was Love Songs, and it's called I Do It Again. The second album is called Well Done. And it's we call it a legacy anthology that's dedicated to my mom who passed away in September of 2024. The next one is called Vintage, and it's a list of songs really taken from the word of the Lord. It's treasures, old and new, but it's the favorites, family members and friends and even people that follow us. It was songs that everybody said these are our favorites. And then the fourth one is called Zeal for Your House, and we call that song Generation Connections because it was written for boomers, by boomers, to help boomers to make better connections with their children and their grandchildren. And then the fifth one is called This Time, and it's an album that's full of songs of victory and warfare and worship in the midst of a wilderness season. We wrote those songs during wilderness seasons in our life, and we wanted to bring those back and trust that they will be a blessing to you, those of you that may be going through a really tough time right now. And it just so happens that the summer of 2025, in fact, the year 2025, has been a year of tremendous heartache and heartbreak, tragedies, losses from fires and floods and earthquakes and tragic deaths and accidents and incidents. It has been just a painful year. So we really trust that particular project called This Time will be a blessing to many, many families here in our region and across the country and maybe even the world. So remember that This Time is the name of it. But we're going to take some time over these next few podcasts to talk about each one of those projects. That's why I just gave you a quick synopsis of each one. So the first one we released was in June of 2025. Just as the summer was getting started. And I released that on purpose because June is traditionally known as the month of people getting mad and weddings and marriage and all of that. And it also is a controversial month because it's known as Pride Month. And so one thing I used to tell our sons when there were things in society and life that they disagreed with, we used to say, well, don't just spend all your time protesting and speaking against against things in our country. You have to stand up you have to be for something. So talk about what you're for. Right. Don't spend time talking about what you are against. So that's what we did for the month of June. We didn't spend time trying to bash anybody that's gay or transgender or any of that. I don't have time for all of that. What we did was we put the emphasis on what we're for. And we're for healthy marriages, families,
individuals.
Because we know that in our Black community is literally just been destroyed at the family level. And so we are all about building and strengthening African American marriages and families. So
Mm.
we came out with a music project of our legacy songs. We put together all of our love songs that we've written through the years, and that's not unusual for a Christian couple to do love songs. I mean, there have been many through the years in the Christian music industry who have put love songs on their music releases, on their albums,
Mm.
but it's usually one song on the
Mhm.
whole album. And so rather than putting one love song on each one of our projects, one or two, we took all the love songs and put them all in one project
Mhm.
and called it "I Do It Again." "I Do It Again" is one of the songs that we wrote
Mhm.
uh, to express um, one of the questions. Sometimes I'll ask my wife, if you had it to do it all over again, would you?
I'd do it again.
So that's where that song comes
Yes.
from. I guarantee you, many couples do that. They ask one another, with all that we've been through,
Mm.
would you change anything about our journey?
All that you've learned about me since we've
Yeah.
been married. Yes.
Would you still marry me if you knew now, if you knew then what you know
No,
now?
now.
And and our answer has been a resounding yes,
Yeah,
I'd do
I'd
it
do it
again.
again.
So that's the title song, and that's what that title song means.
Mhm.
Yes, I would. I'd do it again. In fact, part of those lyrics are is that even if knowing it will cost my life, still I know I'd pay the price.
Mhm.
Yes, I'd do it again.
Mhm.
So that's where that comes from. The very first song on that project is called "Meant to Be,"
Mhm.
a song that I wrote for our 20th wedding anniversary.
Yes. We renewed our
We
vows.
renewed our vow. Yeah, we renewed our vows and we had a wonderful ceremony.
Yes.
Celebrated
with family and friends.
Yeah, and it was a very, very special celebration.
Mhm.
We invited everybody to the vows renewal ceremony, but we made the reception afterwards by invitation,
Mhm.
and we invited all of the married couples
Mhm.
in our church
Mhm.
to come to the reception, and we had specific people that were single
Mhm.
that we knew that
Would
we just felt
benefit.
would benefit from being in that atmosphere to
Mhm.
have hope renewed and restored in their lives. And
Mhm.
so we invited them to come to the reception.
Mhm.
But that song, "Meant to Be,"
Mhm.
was our pledge and our,
It and our viewpoint really
yeah,
about each other.
yeah, we were meant to be.
Yes. There are so many different um similar points, even the way our mothers were raised and the different things that happened to them in their lives. It
It was uncanny.
it was uncanny.
Yeah,
I mean, same lives,
yeah.
same just amazing. And then when they finally met each other, just the
They felt like they already knew each other.
yes. So it's really been an amazing thing, and then to run into a person who saw life the way that I did, and could help me and could even give me more perspective was amazing to me. So yeah,
We had the most amazing long talks before we
yes,
got married.
yes.
We met at school, met in college,
Mm.
and we had so much in common. I spent a lot of time first denying my feelings toward her. I didn't tell her until at the end of the first school year. I can't go into all of that. That's not what
No,
this is.
no, right.
We're talking about
We're
the
talking about
album.
music.
We're talking about the music in the album. If you want to know all of that story, we have a book called "We Made a Pact."
It's
And
all in there.
it's all in there. So get the book. We made a pact, and you'll hear
No.
you'll hear the story behind this album.
Yes.
This
Yes.
"Do It
For
Again"
real.
album.
Yes.
There's another great song on there that you wrote. It's called "I Want the World to Know," a song that you wrote just before we got married,
Mhm.
and then before my oldest brother, got married, he asked you if he could use that poem
Yeah.
uh,
For
for his wedding.
his wedding, for his song to his wife,
Yeah.
to my sister, for my new sister.
And so, just even the title of the song is amazing to me. "I Want the World to Know." But she wrote that song in 1980 before we got, because remember, we got married at the end of 1980.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a 45, almost a 45-year-old song that the world is hearing, other than my brother when he sung it at his wedding.
Mm-hmm.
No, hardly anybody's ever heard that song. And most of and most of what Carol contributions to all of the projects has been poems that were converted into songs. There's one song that she's written that God gave to her during a music conference called "Totally Because of You," and we'll talk about that one later. Because I over the various 5 projects, I put that song on 3 of the projects, but a different version of it on each one of the 3, because that song is so very, very special. But that song, "I Want the World to Know," is another one that was way back in the archives, and people are going to hear it for the first time, and it is absolutely, every time I listen to it, I just go, this is just so beautiful, and we know it'll bless you as well. And for all of the couples, that are listening to us, you know, one thing about having love songs that believers can listen to. Carol and I had a habit when we were early on in our marriage. We were always trying to find songs, music that were going to enhance our relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And so we never chose any secular songs where the message was promoting adultery. They called it a love song, but when you look at the lyrics and the content, this is promoting adultery.
Mm-hmm.
Or another one's promoting a one-night stand,
Mm-hmm.
not even a solid relationship. So a lot of the music that the world produces,
It's not healthy.
it's not
for
healthy.
for a covenant
It's for a
relationship.
covenant relationship. It just isn't. So we had just a few artists, In fact, our favorite song just before we got married, it was our get together song. Every couple has a get together song, and ours was Donny Hathaway and Roberta Flack's "The Closer I Get to You,"
Mm-hmm.
because it's exactly our situation. He said over and over again, I try to tell myself we can never be more than friends. But all the while inside, I knew it was real. That was me. So that was our get together song. But you see what I mean? Songs in those days talked about that, about people coming together in a real, genuine relationship leading toward marriage. I remember groups like Shalimar. That this is for
This ring.
This ring says I'll always be true. So there was a lot of covenant love songs during the 80s and 90s, even amongst secular artists. And we don't hardly have that now. And so Christian young couples, even older couples, we're just encouraging you, whatever is your music library, whatever you're listening to, please be very careful of the content, because it's speaking into your marriage subconsciously, whether you realize it or not.
You live what you sing.
You will live whatever it is that you sing. You will live. And so we're trusting those of you that are married or seeking to be married. You may be single, and you may have been burned by divorce and not even thinking about getting married. But we encourage you, listen to these songs and watch God give you hope again. Those of you that are already married, listen to these songs and watch how the Holy Spirit takes it and begins to enhance what you already have, and to change and adjust your heart towards your spouse, giving you a deeper appreciation for who they are and why.
Greater insight.
Yeah. And why God brought them into your life and what you really are trying to build together. There's so much stuff that's out there where they're always talking about what a couple brings to the table, what each person brings to the table. Carol and I, our running joke is we didn't even have a table to bring nothing to. Because the goal wasn't I'm going to find somebody that's making 6 figures and I'm going to find that. No, it was just, we're going to find somebody that I can build a life with. We're going to do this together, not wait for a finished product of a person to come into my life so I don't have to deal with none of their process
Not to
that got
mention,
them
am I
there.
finished?
Yeah,
Am
I'm
I
not
finished?
finished myself. So I want a finished product to come into my life,
Hmm.
and I'm not finished myself. So all of that selfishness, all of that me centered.
Hmm.
So we're just encouraging you, get these kind of songs
Yes,
into
please.
your spirit.
Yeah.
That's what we're after.
Yeah.
We're not going to take you into a marriage coaching
Right.
session. We do marriage coaching,
Yeah.
but right now we're just talking about the songs.
Yes.
Uh, uh, get this flowing in your heart
Yes.
and in your spirit.
Because
We don't,
again, what you sing, you live.
whatever you sing, that's what you're going to live. And that's our point. That's the only reason why we're bringing it all up. So if you're tired of listening to music where it's all about selfishness, self-centeredness, or it's lust filled, it's adultery filled, it's perversion filled. You find yourself having to try to filter through and mentally edit out
Right.
the pornographic imagery that's in the music, and you find yourself trying to edit out the profanity that's in the love song. How about just listening to just some pure, straight up, and it may sound like I'm self-promoting right now, but I'm telling you,
What's real?
you will love this music. You will love it, and it will do something special in your heart and in your relationship.
Yes.
And the reason why we can say that is because it's not just the songs, it's not just the music, it's what the Spirit of God showed us, taught us, what we lived,
Hmm.
what we
Yes.
experienced, and that this music is more about an impartation.
Yes.
It's not somebody preaching to you, telling you how you're supposed to live, how you're supposed to love, how you're supposed to laugh. No.
No.
This is an impartation,
Yes.
not a declaration. It's not even a preaching. It's none of that. This is an impartation that can help you on a very deep and personal level in your own heart. I'm telling you, you're going to be listening and you're going to look at your spouse and you're going to say, wow, you know what? I love you. Yes, you'll be able to say like us, you know what? I do it again. Somebody right now is saying, I never do it again. If I knew now, if I knew then what I know now, I wouldn't have never married them. I'm telling you now, get a different perspective and check out these songs. We got another one that says, Spend My Life With You. I love that one because I like those kind of songs. They used to have songs where you would use the word as hyperbole, which means a serious exaggeration
Mm.
to make a point.
Hmm.
And so I wrote a song called Spend My Life With You. And it says, if I had $1 million that I could trade for time and life, I'd buy 1,000,000 years and share them all as man and wife. Though some would take the funds and find 1,000 things to do, I'd take every cent and spend my life with you. See, you want to go hear that song right now, don't you? But you need those type of songs back in your
Yes.
life
Yes.
because it builds appreciation for the person who you are married to,
Yes.
who you're connected to.
Yes.
Uh,
And helps you even start thinking about the things that they have actually done and who you are, how the things that they have brought to you
yeah,
that has brought more value, that has brought more fulfillment to you.
yeah. So check it out. Another one is called "Takes My Breath Away." It's a very male song. Yes, it even got male vocals all through it, but it was me singing to my wife that she still, brothers, hear me. Look at, she still takes my breath away. Um, it's not just, I mean, it actually says just like she did on our wedding day. Remember when she came in and you just went, she took your breath away. Well, how about playing songs and hearing it over and over again that she still takes my breath away? See what we mean? My wife wrote one called Green Oasis. Another awesome, awesome song that she wrote. You wrote this one very
Probably
early in our marriage.
77,
Yeah,
78.
yeah, very early in our relationship. We weren't even married when she wrote this. And again, it was a poem that we took and converted into a song. You're going to love it because then it gives you an opportunity to look back at how you saw each other
Hmm.
before you got married.
Hmm.
It's good to go back and do that.
Yes.
And then there are some songs on there that didn't necessarily come from our own experience, but I wrote from the experience from the stories of people that we have coached and counseled. So there's one in there called Every Man Ain't a Dog. Great, great,
Oh,
great,
it's a
great
good
song.
one.
In fact, when I first wrote that song, I let one of the team members in our ministry, I let her read it, and she burst into tears
Sure
and started
did.
crying.
Sure
She
did.
wasn't married at the time, but it just impacted her heart.
It helped changed her perspective.
Yeah.
And God brought her
And
husband
she
into
later
her
got
life.
married. So the song called Every Man Ain't a Dog. There's another one in the bunch called Love You Still, and it comes from a book that I wrote. It's a love story. And in the story, the young man um, gets on stage on a college campus. He gets in the college campus has a nightclub type of place, and he gets up there and with his band and he sings to a young lady in the audience who he's telling her through this song the first time how he feels about her. And so you're gonna love that song. So it might seem that sounds a little bit weird, but it's actually coming. It's the theme song from a story that I wrote called "Love You Still." And then the last one is called "What God Alone Has Joined," and it's from the perspective of parents who are releasing their children uh, to be married. Oh, the things you feel as a parent.
Yeah, we sang that song at our firstborn's
At his
wedding.
wedding. Yeah.
Yeah, and we
It's
struggled.
hard to get through.
We
It's
struggled
hard to
through it.
get through because we felt that one personally.
Yes.
And so this maybe some of you have been through that, and it'll touch your heart as you reflect back on what it was like when you released your son or your daughter into
Marriage.
marriage in their own life. So we pray that all of the songs are a blessing to you, and we encourage you to go to our website and to get it. You go to the Legacy Songs website, and you'll see that being on the list. It'll be there with with all five of the albums, and you'll just look for "I Do It Again" love songs, and we know that they're going to be a blessing to you, your marriage, and even your family.
Yes.
So God bless, and we'll see you next time.